After 12 years of marriage, I found out my wife's been telling everyone I gambled away our savings. In reality, she lost it all in a pyramid scheme and needed someone to blame. For months, my wife, Lauren, had been acting strangely about money. We'd always been a team, transparent about our finances. We'd been saving for years for a big 10th anniversary trip to Italy, a dream we'd shared since we were dating. I handled the long-term investments and she managed the day-to-day checking account where our trip fund was held. When I finally sat down to book the flights and hotels, I logged into our joint savings account and felt my stomach drop. $15,000 we'd painstakingly saved was gone. All that was left was a few $100s. I confronted Lauren and she broke down in tears. But the story she told me was a lie. She said she had to use it to cover a massive tax bill from a freelance project she'd done years ago that she'd never reported. She said she was too ashamed and terrified of the IRS to tell me. I was hurt by the secrecy, but I believed her. We were a team and we'd get through it. I picked up extra freelance work and we tightened our belts, telling our friends and family we had to postpone the trip due to some unexpected financial setbacks. The real blow came at a casual dinner with two of our closest couple friends. One of them, after a few drinks, put a hand on my shoulder and said, "Hey man, we're here for you. Gambling, it's a disease. It takes real courage to face it." I was utterly confused. Gambling? What are you talking about? There was an awkward silence. Then it all came out. Lauren had told them, and apparently several others in our circle, that I was the one who had blown our trip fund. She said I had a secret online gambling addiction, that I'd been lying to her for months, and that she was staying with me out of love while I sought help. She had painted herself as the long-suffering, loyal wife and me as the untrustworthy, broken husband. I looked at Lauren across the table. She wouldn't meet my eyes. The betrayal was so much deeper than losing the money. She had vaporized my reputation to cover her own mistake. When we got home, the real truth finally erupted. There was no tax bill. She had invested the entire $15,000 in a can't-lose crypto scheme a coworker had told her about. It was a classic pyramid scheme, and it collapsed, taking all our money with it. She was so mortified by her own gullibility that she invented a far more dramatic story where she was the victim. I felt the foundation of my life crack. The person I trusted most had not only been foolish with our future, but she had also chosen to sacrifice my character to save her own pride. I was adrift for weeks, swinging between rage and a profound sense of loss. The money was one thing, but the social humiliation and the shattered trust felt insurmountable. I couldn't look at our friends without wondering what they thought of me. But eventually, a cold clarity settled in. I realized I had two choices. I could spend my energy trying to correct the narrative with every single person, or I could focus on rebuilding what I actually controlled, my own life and my financial security. I chose the latter. I stopped worrying about what people thought. When someone mentioned the gambling, I would simply state calmly, "That's not true. Lauren lost our money in a failed investment and lied about it to everyone. You can believe what you want." I didn't argue. I just stated the fact. I opened a separate bank account in my name only. I poured my energy into my work and my own hobbies. The dynamic in our house shifted entirely. The easy companionship was gone, replaced by a quiet, tense coexistence. Lauren was desperate to fix it, but the trust was like a shattered vase. You can glue the pieces back together, but the cracks will always be visible. After a year of trying to make it work, I realized the resentment was too deep. I moved out and filed for divorce. It was the hardest, but most necessary decision I've ever made. Now, 2 years later, I'm in a new apartment. I've taken 2 amazing trips on my own terms, paying for them with my own well-managed money. The friends who mattered saw the truth in the end. The ones who didn't fell away. I'm seeing someone new who values honesty above all else. The peace I feel now is profound. I learned that my name and my integrity are my most valuable assets, and no one, not even someone I love deeply, has the right to steal them. Losing my marriage was a tragedy, but finding myself again was a victory.